peoples, what's good? Hold on. Let's do that. Y'all good? 1 second. Streaming. What up, though? Look at gold. Back into the 4400s. Love to see it. Not gonna lie. I kind of anticipated gold was gonna come back up. It needed a sell-off, didn't it? It needed a bit of a retracement. Love it. And where did it come down to? Sorry, 1 sec. Right, so hold on. Let me slide to the right. Alright, there we go. Camera's a bit off. Gold needed a retracement. Yes, it did. Let me do it over here. I think we're good now. Sorry, it's sorting out the chat. Alright, that's that. Sorry, 1 sec. That's why it always takes me so long to get ready. I don't have shit sorted. I can hear the chat, but I don't see it. Boom, there we go. Alright, chat's there. Lovely. Alright, so we are Tuesday, 30th of December. And gold is... So gold came back, retested these levels down here, which was just perfect. So yesterday, obviously we retraced this whole drop. We made a longer bottom wick for this weekly candle. Perfect. Yeehaw, hello. It was perfect. We tapped into this, tapped into this daily support down here. Now, I was looking for the daily to create a wick, just like these previous wicks right here. It was, yeah, well, it closed a little bit below, but either way, I was looking for a bottom wick and then potentially a push back up, which it seems like we're getting today. I mean, the 4 hour had a very nice continuation pattern, pushing back up. So I think if we're going to retrace this whole move on gold, we're going to come all the way back to 44.72, retest this broken support, and then, well, I don't know if we get there before the new year, but, you know, come back up and retest these highs in the 4500s up here would be amazing. So right now gold is slowly pushing back up, very slowly pushing back up. Do we have any news today? Hold on, let me check. I don't actually. Yes, we do. FOMC meeting minutes. I remember I don't see anything for the morning, anything that concerns me, but that's because it's FOMC meeting minutes later. Is anyone taking any trades today? Any trades? The GJ is still ranging, still holding this support at 210.47.5-ish. Gold actually took a trade during during Asian session. I did. I actually had a trend line. So I was like, where is this? I was looking for the breakout. That's what I was looking for. I was like, you know, it was either going to be a closure above here, and then I just wanted to see where the support was. So obviously the support was getting higher, but I had this. I had that here, and then obviously it pushed up, came back down, and then continued. But I only caught like, it's like 80 pips. I say only, but yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was 59 to about 68. Yeah, it was around here. It was very short. Wasn't in it for too long. You know what I mean? But I try not to trade Asian session. But it is what it is. Hold on. Let me fix this. So now that I finally got my payout, I found this prop firm, right? I'm gonna tell you the BS with this prop firm, and I waited to speak on it because I wanted to get my payout, but I wanted to see before I recommend any prop firm. Obviously, FTMO is still the best. I'm gonna look into get an FTMO account, but why I went with this specific prop firm is they had this challenge. They had this account where you pay $1, or the deal was to pay $1 at the time, and after you pass, then you pay the rest of the you pay the account, the activation fee they call it, and then the activation fee depends on what you it depends on what you've chosen. So you could really tailor this account to whatever you want. So you can change the payout dates, you can change your you can change how often you get payouts, you can change your margin, not your margin, what's the thing called again? Jesus, why has it gone out of my head? Hold on. Right, that's it. So you can change your account size, you can change your profit target. So say, I think the normal profit target is, you can push it up to 12% and it will get cheaper, and you can have it as little as 6%. The days between payouts, you can have 3, 7, 14, 21, your leverage, and you can change your leverage. And then you can add scalping and weekend trading, right? Cool. The account that I got, this $1 account, it works out the same, whatever. But you only have one phase. So you pass, if you have the normal rules, it's a 6% target, 3% daily loss, maximum loss is 6%, and the drawdown is static, right? No minimum trading days. Obviously you have to take a trade, but yeah, that, like, no minimum. You don't have to take 2, 3, just obviously trade, pass. You can trade news, and you can change the profit split as well. Cool. Once you pass this account, there's a new set of rules, right? And the new set of rules are so crazy to me. It's like, if you don't have good risk management, to be honest, I think this account is very difficult for people to use. So you need to have, I had a 25k account. So I needed to have, you need 3 profitable trading days. 3 profitable trading days. And they have to be 0.5%. So I needed to have a minimum of 3 $125 trading days. Fine, did that, cool. Your risk, like I said, is 3%. Yeah? So 3% of 250k is 375. But it's 750. 750 is the 3%. No, it's 750, right? But say I trade gold, I trade NAS, I trade GJ. You can only, if I'm trading gold, the maximum risk I'm allowed to have on gold for the day is 1.5%. So I cannot risk more than $375. So 1.5% on gold for the day. Otherwise, the account is done. And this is an accumulative risk. So say I take one trade and my stop loss is 100 pips. I cannot take 4 trades and my stop loss each be worth 400 pips. So it adds on. So if I have a 400 risk in total on gold for the day, just depending on where I put my stop loss, not whether the stop loss gets hit or not, whether I put the stop loss there, you failed. So I haven't even hit the stop loss. It's failed. No weekend trading and scalping. So you have to add on scalping. If your trades are less than 3 minutes, they consider that a scalp, and you're not allowed to have more than $300 worth of scalping trades in there. So it's insane. I'm not gonna lie. The rules are nuts. The rules were nuts. But I managed to pass, of course. I don't want to say of course, but I managed to pass. And I think so the first payout is in 2 weeks, usually 2 weeks. So I think I traded it for about, I wouldn't even say, it wasn't even a full 2 weeks, because obviously trading days are 5 days a week. So maybe 10 days. And there was like a day I didn't take any trades at all before my payout anyway. Then, as soon as the payout date comes, it says some account rules were breached. I'm like, I ain't breached no account, no rules. I 100% didn't. You know what I'm saying? I journal everything. It told me I've completed everything. They said, do you do IP sharing? No. Like, you guys know, I trade from my house. I'm in the crib. I'm on stream. They said, oh, your IP is with other traders. I was like, that's impossible. Show me the IPs. Could you believe my mobile network provider is with a company called O2 over here, yeah? So obviously with a mobile phone, your IP address is dynamic. It changes all the time, whether you switch from mobile data to Wi-Fi, whatever. Now, I don't actively trade from my phone, but I look at my charts from my phone. I have it logged on, whatever. I might close the position from my phone, but rarely do I actually trade. I think there was one time my PC, the MetaTrader as well. My MetaTrader wouldn't allow me to close my position, so I ended up having to do it from my phone. So I said to them, look, that's the network. I checked all the IPs they gave me. I said, yeah, it's all, you can see it's in London. You can see it's all for the same network. It's obviously my phone. Do you know what they said? As a goodwill gesture, we'll only give you 30% of the profits instead of the 70 that you're due to get, and we'll reset your account. And in future, so this doesn't happen, you have to go to a VPN and buy a static IP address so this doesn't happen again. I'm like, what? So I've been dealing with this for about a week, and they finally approved my payout today. But the review I'm leaving them is going to be going to be good. It's going to be a good review, but it's shocking. It's actually shocking. But the good thing about this prop firm is, and I was in the chat, I'm in the Discord, like, yo, what is this? This is weird. And the amount of traders that were messaging me privately talking about how the same thing has happened to them, and do this, do that, and blah blah blah, and they've all been denied payouts. And you know, one guy's had to reset his account 3 times and he hasn't got a payout. It's madness. It's madness. And then you go on the Trustpilot and you look at all the 1-star, 3-star to 1-star reviews, and it's all the same thing. All the same thing. All the same thing. It's horrible. It's horrible. But today we're going to talk about risk management and how to actually pass prop firm challenges and get payouts from normal accounts. Very, very normal accounts. If that's good with you guys, I mean, everyone trades their personal accounts in here, don't they? No one trades. Everyone trades like their personal accounts, right? Rosie said I wouldn't want to use that firm. Man, like the support is really good, and they said that the delays were because obviously my payout was during Christmas. Then I had to go to the support, and the offices weren't open for them to sort it out. So it probably took longer than usual, but just the way they've gone about this, oh, it's a goodwill, we'll give you 30% when really, to me, it shouldn't even have been an issue. And it's so common. Everyone's saying IP. And it's a surprise. Like, as soon as you get to payout, they're like, oh, your account's breached. But it's not a hard breach. Oh, right. So, yeah, while gold is doing its thing, we can just talk some risk management stuff real quick. Echo, what's good? What's good? Give me 1 second, people. 1 second. All right, so let's get into it. Wait, what time is it? 1:20. All right, so I'll go over just risk management principles in general, and then the strategy that I use to actually pass prop firms, whether it's phase 1, phase 2, and then how to actually trade a live account. Yeah, how to actually trade a live account. So obviously there's different types of risk management. You've got your position size, which depends on how much capital you have in your account. You have your stop loss size, which is how much you're willing to risk for the trade. You'll take profit, how much you're looking to gain, and this, determines your risk reward. And there's closing partials in drawdown to reduce your loss, and then closing partials in profits. So no locking in your profits, leaving a runner, which is something we do on stream all the time. If you're trading a prop firm account and you want to use a fixed risk per trade, then you need to use the magic formula to get your position size. It's not really a magic formula, but do you guys all know how to figure out what lot size you should be using depending on how much money you want to risk? So for example, let's do the text. All right, so say you have a 50k account and you want to risk 1%. So you got a 50k account, 1% risk per trade. Yeah, that equals $500 per trade. All right, and you're getting into your trades, and then you figure out, so you put your trade in, You put it in. Now this isn't a trade. And say you have 150 pip stop loss. That's all you need to know for right now, your stop loss. Right? So you go 500. All right, I'm going to take this off because that might be a bit misleading. So 150 pip stop loss. So you do 500 divided by 150. 500 divided by 150. So this 500 is your risk in dollars divided by your stop loss, and that equals 3.3, well 3.33, well let's call it 3.3, and this is your lot size, and that's your lot size. Keep it simple, easy as that. So it's always the amount you want to risk, how big your stop loss is, and that will equal your position size. So if you're interested in risk reward, then your stop losses and take profits will obviously vary. Minimum I go for is 1-to-1. Minimum I go for is 1-to-1. And then obviously I try to reduce my risk when I'm in profits, or always try to cut my stop loss, and that actually makes my risk reward a bit bigger. So I'm going to show you some examples of different risk rewards. Like, they're not real results, but I just want you to have a visual for how risk reward and probabilities impact your account. So this is so this shows negative risk reward with a low win rate. So if you're losing more than you're winning and your losses are bigger than your winnings, then your account will always be in the red. How could it not? Do you know what I mean? Now, if you have a negative risk reward with a high win rate, then you can see that your losses end up wiping out a lot of your profits in just a few trades. Do you know what I mean? Look, so you've got, what, 70% win rate. So seven of your trades were winners, 3 were losers, but you're only up 1 trade, basically 1 win. It's no good. It's no good. Then you have a positive risk reward but a low win rate. Now you can still be profitable, but the higher the rewards, the better, especially when you have a low probability. So over the long run, I mean, for these trades right here, I'm only using a 1-to-2 or 2-to-1 just to keep all the wins and losses the same. But if you're using 1-to-3, 1-to-4, then obviously the results are gonna vary like quite widely. And then lastly, this is a high win rate with a high risk reward. Now this would be perfect, but this isn't really a reality. You never really get a high risk reward and a high win rate. They never come together, unfortunately. It would be great, but they just don't. So I go for at least a 1-to-1 for my 30-minute strategies and a 2-to-1 for supply and demand. But a lot of the times my trades can be, that's the minimum I go for, but I do get like a 1-to-1, 1-to-3. It does get quite different. And then I reduce my stop loss where possible, and that makes my risk reward positive. Now, if you want to use fixed lot sizes and fixed stop losses, there are some pros and cons. So you're not always going to have the same risk. I mean, sorry, you will always have the same risk if you're using a fixed stop loss and a fixed lot size. Because say there was one guy that I used to teach and he was just using a 20 pip stop loss. But the cons of that are, it's not based on structure. You might need a bigger stop loss sometimes. Sometimes you might need a smaller stop loss. So it doesn't really fit with, sometimes it doesn't fit with what's going on in the market. And especially if you're, say like you go to work and you're just setting, you're doing limit orders and you're using fixed stop losses, because you're not trading based on the structure, you could easily hit your stop loss unless you go for like a really wide one. So I go for a maximum stop loss size and then half risk with the option to add positions once I'm in profits. That's the way I tend to, enter the market. So a good place to add positions would be if I have another setup that presents itself and my target is a good distance away from where I want to get in, especially if I'm in a trade already. There's still enough room for me to move. And, if the candles are trending in the direction of my trade, so we're breaking highs or lows, or I get a retest of maybe a breakout area, then that's where I'll be looking to add some more positions. In fact, let me... Oh. Hold on one sec. Sorry, y'all. All right, let me just add that so it makes some type of sense. Let's do that. So add positions. If I get another setup, good distance from the target. All right, so a good place to reduce risk would be using like the previous candle highs or lows in drawdown. So if the trade is coming back and now we're breaking structure or the previous candle lows, that's where I would start to cut partials, close, 50%. Oh, gold's coming back down, ain't it? Using, like, if my trade comes back to break even, so if I had a really good push and it comes back to break even, I might consider like cutting the risk in half as well, because I don't really want it to come back to entry. If there's a change of structure completely, so I'm in some buys and then price starts making lower highs, lower lows, I might start to close some of the position because it's not really in my favor anymore. And before news. So if I don't want to close completely, but I want to lock in some profits, I can, reduce the risk and just leave something in. Or if I'm in drawdown, then, just start closing, just close the position completely. Now, a good place to close partials in profit would be, and this is what we do a lot on the stream. So if price gets to a key level, so a support or a resistance, then I'll look to close some of the position 80% and let the runner run after a wick fill. So if I get some good profits after a wick fill, then I could close some, stop loss to break even, or a fixed amount of pips and then move to break even. So the fixed amount of pips is typically the one that I do on stream. Get to 30, 40, 50 pips and then close 80% and let the runner run. And then further down the line, if I want to add some positions, I can add some positions, like I said, if the setup presents itself as well. Alright, so when it comes to passing prop firm challenges, okay? When it comes to passing prop firm challenges, you have, let me write this down so you guys can see it. I think that'll be easier. Alright, so where am I going to write it? Alright, so most prop firm challenges, you have two phases, correct? Where's the, hold on. Yeah, it's good. Give me one sec. I need to check my win rate. I think it's positive. I mean, you'll know when you see your account, there are more blues than reds. If there's more blues than reds, then you're good. And then you're good. All right, so phase, let's say... All right, let's say phase one. Oh. Phase one, you have a 10% target. Right, so this is what I will do if I have a 10% target, okay? You go for 0.5% risk per trade. 0.5% risk per trade. Risk, yeah? Right? And then you're aiming for at least a 1% profit per trade. At least a 1% profit. So it's 2 to 1. Now, if you use a 0.5% risk per trade, think about it. It's going to take you 20 trades. Well, not 20 trades. Like, if you have 20 losses, you'd be down 10%. And usually, how much is a account limit? What's it called? Your account drawdown. So account drawdown is usually 10 to 12% usually. Now, if you're risking 0.5, like I said, it's going to take 20 losing trades for you to blow this account. And then a lot of the time you have a daily drawdown as well. And the daily drawdown can be, so mine was 3%. So I'd say 3 to 5%. So again, just to hit the daily drawdown, it's going to take me, what, 6 to 10 trades. Losses for me to blow and to fail this account. Now, if you have a very high win rate, like 1% profit is not crazy to get on a day. It really isn't. Even if you get less than the 1%, some days you get 0.75, 0.7, 0.6. You might get a 1-to-1. Some days you might get actually 2% profit, especially with gold and gold's price action and how it's been moving recently. But you have to think about it in terms of, if I risk 0.5% and I'm trying to gain at least 1%, if I'm including losses, it should take me between 10 to 15 trades to pass. Especially if you trade 2 sessions a week, it might take you a week to a week and a half, and you've done that 10%. Right, now, if you have phase 2, let's see, phase 2, and phase 2 is 5%. You just do the same thing. You do the same thing. 0.5 per trade, 1% risk. And you could be done with this in a week. You could be done with this in a week. Now, what a lot of people do is they think, oh, 10% is not that much. And they try to go for 4-5% a day and rush through the actual passing the phases. And then if you're going for bigger profits, sometimes you can have a higher risk. Or if you're trying to squeeze out too much risk reward, you can let the trade run back on you and you end up with less than you were trying to actually get to. But if you just keep it very fixed, keep it small, and you'll get there. You'll definitely get there. Now, when it comes to the live account is really where you take your time. Really where you take your time. Don't set monetary goals. Don't say, all right, I've got a 50k, 100k account and I want to earn 10% this month. I want to get a 10% payout. That's when you start putting too much pressure on yourself. You're trying to earn too much too quick. You get into drawdown because you don't want to take a loss. You're afraid to take this loss, and then you're rushing to get back into profits. And then what happens is you could be down 1%, and then you could be down 2%. You could be down 3%. Do you know what I mean? And then when you're taking winning trades, you're trying to get back into profitability rather than just closing with the opportunity that's in front of you. That's what I've noticed with these prop firms. Now, when I had my prop firm, when I just passed this one, I did pass it in, I think, the The profit target was, it wasn't that much. It was 6%. It was 6%. Where is it? Oh yeah, they reset it, didn't they, bastards? Yeah, so 6%. I had a 6% target, and I think I did that in about a week. Just literally doing this 1%, 1%. Don't forget, I trade two sessions, Monday to Friday. So I've got 10 opportunities to take trades a week, and I don't even think I traded every single day. I didn't trade every single day. There were some days I didn't have any trades, but the trades that were good, the days that were good, that put me above a couple percent, and then I passed it. And now in the live phase, I still used a low risk, and bit by bit I just built up the account. So I actually finished the account on $900 in 2 weeks. So what's that? How much percent? What's that percentage? Because they reset the account. I wonder if I can look at my old ones. Doesn't show me the percentage. So I had a 62. It does show. I had a 62% win rate. 62% win rate. I'm looking at it on my analytics. So yeah, 62% win rate, not bad. Average loss, $60, not bad. And so times. So it's about 4%. 4% I got in 2 weeks. And that's in 2 weeks. That's the first 2 weeks of December. Where we're now in the last 2 weeks, and I don't think I've taken one trade, and that was last night in gold. And that's it. So just build your account very slowly, grow with it, get to the payouts, start again. But I think what people do when they get to the live account, it's all about, what you have to do is survive to get to the payouts. Once you get to the payout, or you get a decent percentage, just stop, get the payout, start again. Now I'm up with this prop firm. I paid 100. No, I paid 32. They had some crazy deal as well. A crazy deal. And I think I only paid $32. So I'm up now. I've got what, they only gave me 30%. But I got it. $32, not bad. Oh, you got a live account. I did get a live account. I did. What company? They're called Funded Elite. Haroon, what's good? What's good, Haroon? What's up? Hey, man on melodies. What's up? What's good? Nothing much to usual. Sat here watching gold do its thing. I hear that. I was just doing some risk management stuff, passing prop firms. I'm waiting for a little payout. Nah, no trades just yet. I want to see if this resistance holds here. If this is like a break and retest. Because look, this 130 candle has no top wick. Well, barely a top wick. Yes, yeah, I'm on a prop firm. I'm on a prop firm. And I just went through a whole headache just to get a payout. Oh, you missed it, man. I just went through everything just now. Waiting for the payout. Let's see what's going on. It's called Funded Elite. Funded Elite. Let me show you guys. It's not bad. Well, let me show y'all. Let me show. Let me show you what kind of challenges they're working with, man. Hey, Martin, how you doing? You good? You good? All right, so these are the guys right here. They just gave me a bit of headache with the payout, you know. Bit of headache. Get started for $1. I don't want to log in. I wanted to just show you guys. Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah, down here. Yeah, man, I'm all good. I'm all good. Still on finding pips. Lost one account in funded pips, a small one. Best to stay with the ones that have been in. Yes, I have heard about prop firm match. So I actually looked at. The thing is, this company's been about for a couple years. It's been about for a couple years, but they're a bit low key. Their reviews on prop firm match aren't bad. They're not bad, but it seems like for instance, there was. So I said at the beginning of the stream, I had an issue with a payout because they don't allow IP sharing. Now I trade at home from my PC, which is plugged in with an Ethernet cable, and I have a static IP address. I'm very technical wise that way. But I did log on to my phone as well. So they've seen my mobile network provider give me different IP addresses, which happens if you're on and off your Wi-Fi. Do you know what I mean? It's going to happen. So I showed them. I said, oh, well, all the IP address that you've given me, they're all for my network. So it's obviously my network, my phone. Do you know what I mean? It's obviously me. And they said, oh, well, you've breached the account, so we're only going to give you 30% of your profits. 30%. So they cut my profits from 70 to 30%, which I think is robbery, but they paid me anyway. So I'm profitable. I only spent $30 odd with this account, with this company. But this is the account that I went for. So flash activation, I want to see how it was to trade with them without fully committing. So what happens is you pay $1. I'm telling you, man. You would think so, but yeah, they didn't. Anyway, so yeah, you pay $1 for this account, and then after you pass, this is what you would pay. But they had some 40% off. They had like some massive deal, so I didn't pay that much. But so yeah, you choose your account size, the platform you want, and then you can increase. But the more you increase stuff, the more you end up having to pay, because these are all add-ons. So I had a loss limit of 6%. Not a problem. Profit target, so you can reduce the profit target, but again, it increases how much you have to pay. And then you can change your profit split. So if you want more of a profit split, you pay more. I think I left mine at 70. I should have chose 80. And then days between payouts. So it takes 14 days for you to get your first payout, but you can actually change it. So I changed mine to 7. And I think I left my leverage the same. But scalping, if you want to add scalping, as in take trades, be in and out of trades in less than 3 minutes, 180 seconds, you have to add the allow scalping feature. And then weekend trading, if you want to trade on the weekend, you have to add that on too. So I didn't add any of these because none of my trades are less than 3 minutes. None of my trades are less than 3 minutes. But this is the BS right here. Once you get to the live account, the consistency rule is crazy. The consistency rule is crazy. And yeah, I know. But unless you, I mean, you can scout with them if you add, you have to add it. But it's, I don't think it's worth it. I actually don't think it's worth it. But yeah, there were some rules I didn't like. So definitely the consistency rule. All right, so say you have a really good day and you make $200. You make $200 on your account. Then in order to get a payout, your account has to be more than, say, $630. So your most profitable day cannot make up for more than 30% of your profits. And if it does, you have to keep trading until your account balance is higher than that 30%. I thought that was a bit silly, but like I said, I trade bit by bit every day, so that wasn't really much of a problem for me anyway. But I just thought, you're forcing people to make more money, which is fine. It was silly. And another thing that was really weird was, which I don't see it here. Yeah, see, they're very sneaky because they haven't added it. Because I read through things, and I knew I didn't miss. All right, let me show you what they do. Where's the FAQs? Challenge info. Payouts processed. No. All our challenges. This one. Okay, so yeah, your 30% profit. Oh wait, they didn't even, it's not even here. Okay, yeah, here. So during the live phase, you need to have at least 3 profitable trading days with a minimum positive P&L required of 0.5. So what that meant was that I had to make at least $125 3 times. So for 3 days, not consecutively, but I had to have 3 days of at least $125 profit. Those 3 days, and then yeah, so that's it. 3 days, the drawdown. And you know what? They haven't put in here that you have to. Yeah, they're sneaky. They've missed something. They've missed something. That's good. I can add this to my review. All right. I like how the low cost airline charge. The fare is cheap and they charge for every little last thing. Oh, 100%. 100%. They do. Oh, look, this resistance is holding. This is good. Yeah, they're very sneaky. They're very sneaky with the stuff that they've added. I wonder if I can show you guys back to the website. How am I gonna show you guys? In fact, I know how. Yeah, I want to show you this, what they've done. I know. All right, I'm going to add it to... Boom, 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 boom. Okay, yeah. These cheeky people. Cheeky people. Alright, look at this, yeah. Now, we just went through their FAQs. We just went through it. So now, if you have a 25k account, your daily risk is 3%. which is $750, right? But you can only risk 1.5% per symbol per day, right? So if I'm trading on gold, I cannot risk more than 1.5% on gold for the whole day. And when they say risk, I have two options. If I set a stop loss, all of the stop losses that I set for that day have to combine to less than $375. So it accumulates. Or I can have no stop loss and just make sure that I'm closing in drawdown, and that way I could save. Like, all right, put it this way, it's so crazy. When I actually figured out like this is what I potentially could do, it's insane. It just sets you up for failure. All right, so I either set very tight stop losses or use very low lot sizes so that I don't use too much risk using a stop loss. Or if I have no stop, I have to just make sure that I keep closing, because it only calculates the most your trade went into drawdown rather than the stop loss if there's no stop loss. But if the stop loss you put in is bigger than the amount of drawdown that you've had, then it's going to use the bigger size, the bigger stop loss size. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. It's crazy. But but that's only with this Flash account. So let me not be misleading. It is only with that it is only with their Flash account. That's it. Everything else is slightly better. But yes, it's ridiculous. Ash, good morning. But we'll see. I got the payout coming. Because of that, I will go to future. Listen, I don't blame you. But that's only that Flash activation account. It's because I feel like because it's so cheap and they let you come in, they let you have a very low barrier to entry, that they put in these rules to keep you consistent and blah 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 blah. But to be honest, if you know how to work it, then you're okay. And they give you some accounts, they give you free retries. They give you a free retry if you fail. I wouldn't know because I haven't used any of those accounts that you can do it. They do instant funding. But yeah, the only good thing I feel like they do is they allow you to so hold on, look, let me show you this. So look, you get a free retry if you mess up on your accounts, which I think is decent. You know what I mean? Wait, how much is this? If I did a 25, so I paid 150 for my account. Look, you got 30%, 40% off. You don't have these silly consistency rules as well with their normal accounts, and you get the free retries and stuff. So they're not all bad, but I do think they're a bit sneaky with some of their rules. And that whole IP sharing thing, it's so common with their traders. And the fact that they know it's common and they tell you have to pay for something else just to trade with them and avoid issues, I think that's crazy. I'll share a vid where I found on the weekend where a Canadian guy was knocking prop firms. What do you mean? What's his name? What was he saying, that prop firms weren't good? I have a 10k, instant 10k from We Master Trade. They need $600 to let me withdraw 3. Wow. See, all of that stuff, having a profit target or a minimum that you need to have to withdraw, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Yes, and it's better to trade your own funds. Oh, I believe it's better to trade. I trade my own funds. I trade my own funds. But I wanted to do the prop firm as something fun, something different. You know, risk management rules. I know a lot of people that trade prop firms. I know a lot of people that trade the prop firm accounts. And consistently 20%. Ooh. Oof. Yeah, man. Reagan, how you doing? Oh, shit. Hope you have a good Christmas. 1 second. Sorry, this week we've been cut off in Uganda. We have elections running soon. Oof. Election season's never good for any country, man. It's never good for any country. Ooh. I like gold buys, man. I just wish... Do you know what? I can't even say this isn't clean because it's not bad. It's actually not bad. It's not the worst price action. I think we do come back and make a top wick for this 4-hour candle from yesterday. Yesterday's 4-hour candle that just opened and dropped. Maybe I find myself in futures. Do you know what? There's a prop firm that I saw for futures that I like the look of. They're called take profit traders. They're called take profit traders. But I think there's some futures firms where you have to pay a monthly fee. So I need to look into that. But you get payouts whenever you want. It's just futures are so, they're not that different, but they're different. Do you know what I mean? The numbers of the charts are different. It's ticks instead of pips. But I've seen a lot of people using them. A lot of traders that I follow use them. And then they allow you to stack your accounts and then copy trade. Yeah, most futures is monthly fees, right? Yeah, I thought so. But I'm thinking about it. It's daily payouts with them. Oh, even, well, yeah, I wouldn't no fee in my funded futures, just pay first. Okay. Spreads up. Oh, spreads, they don't, I don't think they have spreads. I don't think there is spreads. Well, you get super good, no, there's definitely gonna be spreads, but you don't get any, there's no slippage. The price that you get in is the price that you want to enter is the price that you get. You don't get slipped, which I think is amazing. Top Step is the same, and there's a company that's gone downhill recently. It's not Top Step, is it? When I say downhill, I can't remember what firm it is, but there's a firm that's had some hard times. I don't know what happened. Hold on, let me look. Because I was looking it up yesterday. Ooh. It is Top Step. Yo, Top Step. If you guys go on X, if you go on X, Top Step has been getting absolutely demolished these past couple days. Man, but yeah, these prop firms, man. Yeah, I think there was a firm that had some. Yeah, I think it's Top Step. There's a company that's really just been getting slaughtered recently. Yeah, it's Top Step. It's because of Project X. Yeah, it is Top Step. It is Top Step. Look. Look. If you go to see all reviews, yeah. Look. Platform issues. When I say, look, this is all very recent. When I say a bunch of 1-star reviews recently, you see it. Look how many. Yeah, it's not good. Not good. Look. Worst platform I've ever used. Project X. Stay away. Yeah, no thanks. That's too many people in a row for me. So something's happened quite recently with them while they've just gone off the rails. So yeah, I'll be careful. I'll be careful. Be careful. But the thing is, before that, they had very good, really good reviews. Sorry guys, I missed the chat. It's strange you can get 50k account for like $30. Oh, it's so cheap. So cheap as well. So cheap. While in Forex you can't. Facts. I know it may not be a part of your business, but I got a PC for analysis. So I just want to congratulate with all of you. What? Well done. Good job. Oh, you got a PC. Oh man, listen, it's gonna change your game. It's gonna change the game for you. It's gonna change the game. Trust me. Prior M30 has no top wick. I know, man. That's what we're waiting for. Well, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for a retest of this resistance, which it's done, and then potentially a push up, which it's not doing. Top Step's not good. Look at funded future. My funded future. Yeah, definitely. But futures, I'm not sure if I want to jump into futures, to be honest with you. I kind of like Forex. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like Forex. And I haven't been slipped like crazy. I haven't been slipped recently like crazy, so it's all good. It's all good. And I'm not sure if I want to trade from trading view. Forex is more straightforward. Exactly, Martin. Exactly. Like, I've been trading Forex for, damn, it's coming on like 8 years now. It will be very difficult for me to change. Very difficult for me to change. Very difficult. You know, start getting into 15-second charts and stuff. Even for something as basic as understanding the symbols. Oh man, gold is GC. NAS is NQ. I think that's all I know. You can't trade any currencies. I think no, you can trade USD, some USD currencies, but nah, it's not for me. It's not for me. It's not for me. We'll see, man. Look at Naz. Naz ain't trying to do nothing for us. Nothing. It was horrible price action yesterday. Rangy today, but we'll see one of these candles as soon as market opens. All right, gold, where we at? Ooh, gold just retested Asian highs, and that's it. Wow. Look what they just updated. I don't know if they want this, you know. They're giving away a free 10K one-step account. I don't know if I want another account with these guys, man. They're the worst. Anyone take any trades today, though? Any trades? Any trades? Any trades? Nothing today, Echo. Hopefully something later. Hopefully. I did a quick long on gold earlier. Beautiful. Beautiful. Echo having a quiet week, to be honest. Good stuff. Rosie, I'm back properly next week. Okay. Yeah, this week is not really... I mean, there's been opportunities, clearly, because gold fell out the flipping sky, didn't it? gold fell out the sky, so it's not like there's no movement. I just can't believe it dropped with little to no pullback. I wanted a bit of a retracement. To be honest. I mean, I really like how the daily closed. You know, we still respected this support. Created another little wick down here. Like these bottom wicks to the left. 4 hour. Held. I thought we'd get more of a push back up. Just a bit more of a push back up. The movement is there, but the setup for me wasn't very clear. Exactly. No, it's true. No, it's true, it's true. Is everyone ready for 2026? Everyone got their new 2026 goals? Still have a long open from 43.58. Good job. Nice move. That's a real nice trade right there. Also, I feel the need to be extra careful, especially with the way M5 moves these days. Man, so I did... What day did we do back testing? Yesterday. We did back testing yesterday, and price action at the beginning of the year. The stop losses were like 40, 30 pips, a bit less than 30 pips. It was like a completely different market at the beginning of this year. Now, all of a sudden, these 30-minute candles are like 80, 70 pips, 90 pips, 100 pips, 280 pips. So much has changed in this year. So much. It's unreal. It's unreal. In fact, though, I might not... So I'm going away this weekend. So I'm not sure if I'll be back on Monday or Tuesday, which is a shame because I was hoping to start the new year, you know, full trading week and whatever. But I'll keep you guys posted anyway. I'll keep you guys posted, of course. Of course. Of course. Do, 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 do. 2026 goals, more pips, more holidays. No trades, man. No trades yet. No trades. No trades. No trades. No trades. No trades. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. I'm looking forward to next year, you know. Fresh start. Fresh start. think gold is I do think gold is going to continue bullish today. In fact, it depends on what they say. It depends on what they say at this FOMC meeting. Well, it's not what they say, but at the meeting, you usually have something called the Fed dot. And basically that tells you how many rate cuts they're planning next year. Let's see. Where's this dot plot? Oh, I'm gonna have to wait for the meeting. I think they release it in the meeting actually. I believe they do. But that'll be interesting. Interesting to see. But next year, I'm trading. So next year, I'm trading gold. I'm trading pound yen. And I'm trading NAS100. NQ. Nasty NAS. And that's it. But I think with GJ, to be honest, I'm only going to be trading pound yen when there's news for either pound or yen. Because that seems to be when there's most volatility. Or if there's like, yeah, I'm literally trading it like fundamentally, in terms of fundamentals. Because it's just so slow moving. And there's a lot going on with both pound and Japan next year. Like Japan's economy, they're finally getting closer to their inflation rate and increasing their interest rates and stuff. So that's gonna cause some movement. So there should be quite a lot of volatility, I think, in pound yen. And then NAS with all of the, I mean, the top companies in NAS100, because it's tech, they're all very heavily AI focused. So your Nvidia, your Amazon, your Microsoft, your Meta, Alphabet, Google. Alphabet is Google. They're all heavy in the AI. I don't think AI is a bubble, you know. I really don't. There's a lot of people saying AI is a bubble, blah, blah, blah. And these are the same people that said Bitcoin is going to be worthless. And Bitcoin got to 100K. So, you know, you got to be able to adapt to change. And AI is the future. It is. I just hope we don't end up like, what's that movie? I, Robot. And the robots take over and all humans are slaves. I saw a video of this guy. Nah, AI is here to stay. Exactly. No, I believe that. So I think we see some crazy pushes on NAS as well, but with some pullbacks because it's very reactive to the economy and how that's going, interest rates, all of that stuff. So now gold wants to chill. It does this every NY session. It's going to move about 3 o'clock, 3:30, maybe 4. Gold be chilling. Oh. Alright, let's look at... So NAS is not even really trending. But we might have some decent downtrend structure here. I saw this guy on X. Complaining about his commissions being too high with the prop firm that he was trading with. And he had a 25k account. And he was taking 20 lot trades on NAS. So 10 pips was like $200. I'm like, that's just way too big. It's way too big to be using. Way too big. He's like, that's the only way to get these. He said, that's the only way to get decent profits. I'm like, how? I said, how if you've just blown your account? He's like, oh, I hit breach. Duh. The fuck? People are like, why are you using such high lot sizes? He said, oh, because the money has to be worth it. It's my trading anxiety would be through the roof. Yeah. You can tell he's a noob. He's a noob. You can tell. Because risk management. And do you know why he's a noob? Because he said he took less than 10 trades. After 2 or 3, you didn't notice how big your commissions were. Why would you not reduce it then to protect your account? Crazy stuff. Alright, what's gold doing? Finally pushing back up. Arian, how are you, man? How are you? Sorry, I saw you come in earlier. What's your TP? You got in a real nice position. What's your TP for your gold buys that you got for the low? You got in on the low. A sweet spot for prop accounts is lot size 0.3 to 0.5, slow and steady. Exactly. Oh, that's good, man. That's good. Love to hear it, man. May we all be prosperous in 2026. You know what I mean? We've got 1 day left. Well, today and tomorrow. Like, I'm not one to start new goals at the beginning of the month, or do you know what I mean? I don't wait till new month. If I'm gonna start something, I start immediately. But I do love when the year changes. I have a fresh diary, planner. Fresh diary and planner, fresh goals. You know, I don't do resolutions. Because I don't want to just... I never do resolutions, but I do goals that I can continue for the whole year. I've closed now. The market is acting up and NY coming might be a bit too volatile. TP was meant to be 4,000. 4,400, you mean? There we go. NAS doing its crazy NAS things. Compliments of the season. Yeah, man. It's nice little win. Nice win. Yeah, I got you, man. I know. I'm ahead of the game. I'm ahead. I know. So there is like a very tiny top wick on this 30-minute candle, but it's tiny. 105 pips, but only 99 pips to the highs. Kind of looks like a continuation pattern down though. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm trading, but I'm not actively trading. Have you been noticing more correlated movement between gold and NAS? Yes and no. Yes and no. So the other day Echo said NAS is going up, so gold should go up. But what happened was NAS went up and then it came back down. It came back down, and then obviously gold was dumping, and then NAS, you know, got its mind right and then came back down, but not to the extent that gold did. So it's like yes and no. It's yes and no, but I kind of like that it's not obvious, because I don't want it to be. I don't want to have a bias based on another pair. I don't want to have that bias. I prefer to trade them separately. Do you know what I mean? NAS is all tech stuff. You'll see more correlation with DXY and S&P. Facts, facts, facts. It does move like S&P, just a lot more volume. Yeah, because it is traded against you know, the dollar, so you will see it move. They are correlated, but gold is its own beast. I don't think anything moves like gold. Not even US 30. But even sometimes NAS can do its own thing apart from S&P and US 30, unless it comes to news. When it comes to news, then pretty much all markets move the same when they're trading against USD. So gold's filling this bottom wick here. I think this is just a 4-hour bottom wick, you know. I think it's a 4-hour bottom wick. So if we can, if gold can hold right here, maybe come down, retest this support, or if it flips back up, we get a wick fill and price continues up. I like that. Alternatively, if it doesn't break this high and then we break the low, I think we get a lower high and then we sell back down. What do we think is going to happen tomorrow? Now, I'm not in the market to predict, but I do like to plan for something that could happen. You know what I mean? I check for global chaos. The more chaos there is, and the USD weakening, gold flies. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Another M500 pipper, man. If gold doesn't move 100 pips in 5 minutes, is it even gold? Is it even gold? I need to switch, hold on, because I can hear my echo. Let me switch. This mic picks up everything. Hey, good morning. Are you please planning to swing trade on gold? Nah, man. Listen, swing trade. Listen, me being able to sit still for 2 hours is difficult, let alone swing trade. Why'd you delete your message? I read that. I read it super quick. It's all good. Rosie said it's given ADHD. Oh my god, do you know how difficult it is to sit, like, just to sit? I'm so glad I have you guys for company. If I didn't have you guys for company, oh my god. Nope, I wrote additional word, please, so deleted. Okay, no worries, man, no worries, no worries. Do what you gotta do. No worries. Man, if I wanted to take a swing on gold though, I should have been in, well, I should have held from last night. When it, from down here, it held at this support. So I had this low here. I had, I think this one here as well. And then there was like a little 4 hour, a bit lower. Yeah, no, here. Yeah, I was looking at these levels yesterday. These yesterday. But I was really expecting just a bit more of a retracement at the end of the day, because how many hours is this? So we got down to here at 3:30 and then we just ranged for 8 hours, just sideways without much of a push back up. I was holding down there, but the 200 pip pullbacks to 43.25 was annoying me so much, man. Is that how big they were? Oh my god, they were. Look, I said it in our other Discord, like I wanted a retracement, and I just saw gold doing this and I just said, you know what, I'm calling it. I'm good. I'm good. And then NAS was also ranging yesterday, you know what I mean? It pushed up, retraced the whole move. It was holding at this support here, bro. It came back in. It's just, yeah. No momentum since Tokyo session. Facts. I mean, we had a bit of a push during London. In fact, this is such a nice setup. This is like right here. This is such a textbook setup. Resistance, support, closure above, break of the high, boom. It's just the time of it. I'm sure this was the new 4 hour candle started to push. Yeah, it was. But it's not bad. I mean, structure wise, it looks like a nice uptrend, but then when you actually start marking the highs and lows, it looks like it's messing about a bit, which was annoying. Do you know what I mean? Because we broke all these lows and then decided to just shoot off again. But once we get above Asian highs here, once we actually closed above Asian highs, it was looking good to continue. But oh, looks like we're coming back down now. But we have this beautiful, Ash, what do you reckon? Continuation pattern? It's looking like a continuation pattern, but that first candle, I don't really like it. What's this? Liquidity sweep is bullish in my opinion. Love it. I do prefer the gold buys. If gold wants to give me buys. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, sorry, I just changed my mind. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. The first candle isn't strong enough for me. Yeah, literally. Now we've broken this 4-hour low. But gold can do that. Oh yeah, for the continuation, right? But we've broken this 4-hour low here. I don't know, guys. I think it could be making a lower high, you know. Just a little bit of a retracement to come back down. How much of this candle did we... That candle's 100 and... Let's call it 120 pips. And then how much did we pull back up? 80. It's a decent little retracement. No, Arian. No. I mean, if the daily is bullish, I like when the daily is bullish. The daily's bullish, so that's all good. But when I start seeing higher time frame candles start trending in the opposite direction, I think we might get a bit more of a pullback before we continue back up. So I wouldn't even mind seeing some structure. If we're going to buy, then I want to see gold, well, create a resistance and then a higher low and then continue back up. Because my target for the day would have been a retest of this broken support. And then if we close above, then obviously keep pushing up. If we close above. But if we create a lower high and then we continue bearish, where do we think gold's going to go? I mean, back down to 4,300s. I don't know if we get that much volume today. We didn't open with... Today we didn't open with as much smoke as yesterday. Yesterday, open on some smoke. Agree on a pullback all the way to 43.28. Okay. That's the target. Where's that? Down here? Down here somewhere? Ooh, close to Asian lows. Okay, little retest at Asian lows. It's not a bad shout. That's not a bad shout. Yo, what's up, Sherlock? What up, though? What's goody? Chilling, man, chilling. I could hear you saying it as well. Mickey Pippin Wagwan. You know when you read things in people's voices. What's goody? What's goody? You working today? Are you trading the 4-hour? No, not really. I mean, I use the 4-hour to create a bias. Do you know what I mean? Like, I look at what the 4-hour candle's doing, and then, you know, then drop to the low time frames to then continue. Like, for instance, like if price comes down to a 4-hour support and the support starts holding, then I drop down to the 30-minute, 15, see if we start getting some type of structure, see if we're holding, get a little, you know, double bottom to then continue back up. Or if we close below or push below 4-hour support, then maybe we continue down. But I definitely use the 4-hour key levels. And candle wise, because this current 4-hour has respected this previous 4-hour high. I mean, we're still very early on in the candle, but it's respected the high for now, and now it's broken this previous 4-hour low. I'm considering the possibility of more of a pullback. But if this 4-hour support holds like it looks like it might be, then you again just drop down to the lower time frames and start seeing what happens here. See what happens. You know what I normally have my little 4-hour chart right here as well. There we go. So I can keep an eye on this 4-hour without flicking all the time. There we go, lovely. Lovely. A little gold pullback, just a little, just a little. But let's see what's good. But I don't mind a nice quiet end to the year, you know? Nothing crazy going on. I want to start the year with some new war news and stuff. I need to see what happened with Benjamin Netanyahu and Trump, because he was talking about more Iran war and bombing them, and I need to see how that if that conversation has gone down already and how that went. There's enough confluence of liquidity on the 15-minute, which could cause further pullback. Supply and demand zones, fair value gap, internal OB, blah blah blah. Okay. Nah, I'm not just saying blah blah blah. That's what he wrote. Okay. Last night I was surprised gold didn't test the prior day's low. I mean, I kind of wasn't, because I was expecting a pullback anyway. So I like that it respected the low, because that means potentially the candles are going to start trending back up. I'm still super bullish on gold. I just think these sell-offs are, I don't think they're based on any fundamentals or any, not fundamentals. They're based on technicals. They're not based on fundamentals. I think the sell-offs, because nothing happened yesterday that caused that gold sell. Nothing happened from what I'm aware of. But what did happen yesterday? We hit all-time highs. And what happens? People want that 2025 profits, lock it in, you know, collect, and then start building back your positions. I know that's what I'd be doing if gold hit all-time highs and I was in, you know what I mean? Taking some money out for the year. Start again next year. More sentiment trading. Sentiment analysis. How are you feeling? I feel like taking my money out the markets while it's all the way up here. Imagine holding all the way up to 4,500 and then it's dropped 2,000 pips without taking any profits. I'm not gonna lie, this is why I don't swing trade, because yeah, I couldn't do it. I don't have the stomach for it. I don't. I do not. Like, you have to get some really decent entries if you're gonna be swing trading and holding, because you have to survive the pullbacks. Me, I just want to get in, chop, get out. Said 2,000 pip pullback, mate. I couldn't. Me neither. What's NAS doing? Ooh. Oh, hello. NAS, it doesn't actually mean anything. NAS is just ranging. It's just ranging. Any NAS traders in here? What's our thoughts on NAS? I kind of like that we've respected this support. This seems like a decent level that's holding. So if we can break these highs to the left, maybe we can get a bit more of a push up. What do we think? One second, guys, my door. I knew the delivery guy as well. Ah, that's funny. Alright, where we at? Where we at? Okay, gold didn't quite reach this support. Didn't quite reach. So I'm expecting two things to happen for the rest of this session. If gold wants to continue up, then maybe on the 4 hour we close, on the 4 hour maybe gold closes above 43.70, respecting this 4 hour support, and then continues to push back up. But obviously you won't know to the next 4 hour candle. And if that does happen, then maybe gold comes down, retest the lower time frame support, like this 30-minute level right here. I mean, it's already at this 1 hour level, so maybe that's why it's respecting. And then we create a support and then continue back up. I like that idea. If we get a deeper pullback, maybe a retest of Asian lows. But if gold comes back down now and breaks below this 4 hour support, 43.28, if it pushes back down, I think we get a bit more of a sell-off tomorrow. But for the most part, I am bullish on gold, so I prefer the buyer's bias. But you know, gold's gonna do what gold wants to do. So we do have FOMC meeting minutes later as well in 4 hours. 4 hours. So that's gonna be interesting. What's NAS doing? Came right back up to this resistance. That's what I was doing. NAS might just be playing the range, you know. Might just continue playing the range until the new year. Because we don't have any more, we don't have no more news for the year, do we now? No, that's it. Unemployment claims tomorrow, which I don't think is going to be anything. Look at GJ. Wick City. Alright, let's just wait. See how this candle closes. But it is pulling back, isn't it? Got you streaming on my 55-inch TV and same time on the phone. Oof. That's a lot of Mickey, man. You're lagging like 6 seconds on television. Oh, really? That's no good. That's no good. That's no good. TV needs to catch up. It needs to catch up. What you guys can do for me though is get the likes up. Appreciate you greatly. The likes are like currency in here. I like the way you ask, Haroon. Why's my ring going off again? She's mostly on Telegrams using the username. What are you talking about? Oh, we got a dodgy one in here. You got some pips from gold. Good job. You caught some of these sells, yeah? Well, that's how you know you made it, man. That's how you know you made it. When the spammers come. That's funny. I feel special now. All right, gold closed back in Asian range. Asian range, 4-hour candle broke the low. What are we trying to do, gold? Says statistically 60% of my losses are shorts. Oh no, I'm plagued. I'm just rubbish at shorting. Do you know what? I think taking sells in general are difficult because naturally you want price to go up. Naturally you anticipate price going up. But I think most of these gold sells that we've had have just been little pullbacks. Well, obviously because we're in the 4,000s. Do you know what I mean? But I do believe that. I do believe, yeah, it's just been where we have had big pullbacks. It's obviously not changed the trend. So any trades, any shorts that I've taken on gold, any sells, they have been quite quick. They've been in and out. I haven't been holding for the long runs. And yesterday, this massive drop, I didn't see no potential to get in. Even as the candles were dropping, do you remember how big the pullbacks were? The pullbacks were huge. The candles are massive. These candles, yeah, were, look, 440 pips, 340 pips, 330. That's the problem. I tend to short for long runs, but it just goes bad. All right, so what you need to do then. So the thing is, you've identified the first step. You've got the statistics. 60% of your losses are shorts, right? Cool. Then you need to say, how can I reduce the amount of these losses? What is it that you're doing when you're in sells that's making these losses? And it seems like you've just answered your own. You've actually got the solution to the problem. Take shorter trades. Maybe have shorter TPs. Be in and out. Maybe move to break even a bit quicker. Do you know what I mean? It's better to have a break even than a loss. You know? Close partials. Lock in some of it. Do you know what I mean? Once you identify the problem, if you know you have a problem, then you need to start working on like an action to then have a solution. Something that you can do to fix the problem. And that's why you should journal. Just throw that in there, you know? Throw that in there. Journaling definitely helps. Market is blah. Oh man, yeah, 100%. 100%. I think it is end of the year sell-off. Everything is like end of the year. Locking in positions. But you know what? It just means that prices are going to be nice and low to start the year. Next year. I do want to see Trump and Netin. I'm just avoiding shorts. I'm better at buys. And buy opportunities always show up for the party. I mean, especially if you're in a market like golds, then 100%. 100%. What did he win? So Trump and Netanyahu had their meeting already. Trump, man, I hope he didn't bend over. I'm not going to read all that now. But I'm definitely going to read that. It's ridiculous. Actually ridiculous. Oh, here we go, gold. I would love if we got a retest of something before it decides to push back up. So there's two places, obviously, I like to look for buys. If I get a retest of a support, I like that as a confirmation. Or after a support has formed. Okay, 3 places, or after a breakout. But in this situation, if price had at least come down, retested this support, like this previous candle had, and then this candle started to push up, I would like that. I would like that that buy back up. But with how this candle is now, I'd have to wait for this candle to close bullish and then potentially look at the buys to continue up. H4 fib is on that speed bump. Ooh. Oh, see, there we go. That's another confirmation for the buyers. Love it. Love it, love it. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a support here. I'm gonna wait for a support first, and then I don't really want to be trading too late, to be honest. Squatting on the squatter. What? Oh, for sales. Oh shoot, I'm on GJ. Oh, for sales. Oh yeah, because it dropped and then pulled back. Oh. What's the where's the target? Where's the minus 27? What's the minus 20? What's the minus 27? Uh, 42.67. That broken weekly resistance. Ah, yes. Ooh, that's the minus 27. That's a nice point to come back to. I reckon we get there probably by the end of this week. I mean, if we get more of a sell-off tomorrow, then yeah, I think we're going down some more. If we close nice and bearish today, which I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm in two minds about gold. I'm bullish, but at the same time, I mean, if the daily hadn't closed where it had yesterday, and now we're creating a support, I would be more inclined for the sells, but I'm just not sure. I'm not sure. And then I like the end of the month sell-off idea too. Right now though, I don't want to be in this bloody range. I don't want to be in this range, but I have no choice. Have no choice. Same, I can see it tomorrow too. Right? Right. I don't know, man. Gold just looks like it's kind of chilling. All right, guys. You know what? You know what time it is. It's time for me to love you and leave you. Love you and leave you while gold stays here. And you know what's gonna happen? As per usual, as soon as I end the stream, gold is gonna be at 43.13. So I'm telling you, it's for the best. It's for the best. Because I know it's gonna sound crazy, but it's just taken too long. It's taken too long to do anything. I can't watch another 30-minute candle. I need to go make something to eat. I'm hungry. I can't focus when I'm hungry. I need food. I don't know if you guys can hear my stomach is growling. And price is not moving anywhere. Like where the 100 pip 5-minute candles? Where they at? You know what I mean? See, okay, look, shame. I said, where are they? They're right here. Gold is like right here. Never left. What are you talking about? Literally, the last candle was 100 pips. It just doesn't look that big until you measure them, and then they're huge. They're huge. But I told you guys what I'm looking for anyway. Whether it plays out, I'm not sure. But I do want to see. I want to see what happens at this support. Then I want to see at 43, 53, 54, and then down towards these Asian lows as well. I want to see what gold does. What's on the menu? That's a good question, you know. That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm gonna have to go see what's down there. I want to see what's down there. Maybe some prawns, little prawn pasta, little shrimp pasta. Yeah, that sounds good. Oh no, there's salmon. Oh, it's gonna be salmon. I have salmon down there from yesterday. That's what it is. Yeah, salmon pasta. Ooh. It's a salmon pasta. Yes, that's what it's gonna be. I tried to eat before the stream because I know I'm gonna be sitting down for like, if I don't eat at 12 o'clock or just before 1, I know I'm sitting here just waiting until 3 for 2 hours. I'm getting hungrier and hungrier. Normally I have a hot drink, but I didn't have one today. But yeah, guys, peace out. Be safe out here. If you see anything, drop in the Discords. Trust me, I am there. It might not look like I'm there, but I am there. But yeah, have a good rest of the afternoon. And yeah, peace out.